imagine for a minute you have a young Christian and they go off to college, maybe even a brotherhood school, or they're reading on an internet forum, or they're watching YouTube, and some professor or someone online says, well, scholars have known for hundreds of years that Moses didn't write the first 5 books of the Bible, and Matthew, Mark, and John weren't written by those apostles. And the Christian young person says, wait, hold on, I didn't know that. I've never heard that before. Why wasn't I told these things? I was told from a young age that Moses wrote those first 5 books of the Bible, and that Matthew, Mark, and John wrote their Gospels. And then the professor or the online personality says, well, maybe the leaders of your church are just too ignorant to know these things. They're not been educated. Or maybe they did know these things and they kept it from you because they want to control you. And now this Christian young person's faith has been shaken. They're starting to question the Bible and what they've been told about the Bible, and they're questioning their church leaders, and they don't know where to go with themselves. And I wish that this whole thing was just a hypothetical, but I've seen this happen. Kids who go to even brotherhood schools and are taught these very things. And so we, as God's people, we need to know how to answer these seemingly overly academic topics. So today we're going into another one of our Addressing Alleged Contradictions sermons. I did a number of these throughout last year, and we're going to do a number of them again this year. And the topic we're discussing is who wrote the Pentateuch. Now, big word, Pentateuch, that simply means the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Those are referred to as the Pentateuch. And Moses wrote the Pentateuch. However, there is an argument that has been around for a while called the documentary hypothesis. And the documentary hypothesis basically says that Moses did not write those books, but that they were written by other people at some later date and compiled by some editor or redactor. What we're going to do today is we're going to study this topic. We're first going to ask the question, what is the documentary hypothesis? I can't just spit out that big old phrase and not explain it. We're then going to refute arguments for the documentary hypothesis. And what we're going to see as we go through this is that Moses did write the Pentateuch.